bit of a wild day for your Vikings yesterday in terms of final cuts to get to their 53-man roster, as well as a trade that happened yesterday. So we'll start there. The Minnesota Vikings sent a fourth-round pick to the New York Jets in exchange for tight end Chris Herndon and a sixth-round draft pick. Now, my takeaway from that is a bit of a head-scratcher for me, quite honestly, because, okay, he's good at blocking, cool. Showed a promising rookie season, but honestly, since then, it's been a disaster. Now, some of that is out of his control, struggling with injuries, but even when he's not injured, he struggles with catching the football, which is not great for a tight end. He has one broken tackle his entire 3-year career so far, and his effort gets called into question. You gave up a fourth-round pick for that, for potential. You couldn't find that with players that got waived or got cut for free. I don't really understand the logic behind this move. But we'll see what happens. As far as players that got cut yesterday, Amir Abdullah, whose true value is being a return specialist, well, we already have KJ Osborne and Amir Smith-Marset in that regard. And if we're talking about solely playing the running back position, well, Kene Nwangu, he's our third running back, and you're certainly not going to make the team ahead of A.J. Rose Jr., who ended up getting waived himself. Dakota Dozier, oh my God, thank God this is finally over. The fact that they re-signed this man this offseason in the first place was a fucking joke. For what? For what logic? What was there to see? I'm actually surprised that the Vikings didn't find some way, somehow, to keep this man on the roster. I mean, credit to Oli Udoh, certainly for having a great, fantastic training camp in preseason. And Everson Griffin, I'm hoping this is some sort of procedural move to bring him back, especially when you think about, of all that you went through, of Kirk Cousins' ass that whole campaign, you brought him back, you know you pissed your quarterback off, to go through all that just to release him into the wild, to let him just go. All right, yeah, no, we're not going to keep you on. I hope it's just a move to eventually bring him back. To go through all that drama for no reason is absolutely stupid. Also, players that got cut, Jake Browning, which really isn't all that much of a surprise because it's not like the Vikings were going to keep 3 quarterbacks on the roster. You drafted Kellen Mond in the 3rd round. You certainly weren't going to risk putting him on the waiver wire because someone else would certainly pick him up. Or maybe the wave of Jake Browning, maybe it is kind of a surprise when you think about it because from what I hear, great at practice, but from what I see, not that good on the football field, which is what we valued from the backup quarterback position the last 2 years at least. Zach Davison, that's no surprise at all because I think this was the Broncos game, if I'm not mistaken. Dude, you had the position in the end zone. Just ripped the ball away. Could have had a touchdown. In the Chiefs game, this dude had a terrible preseason, bro. The Chiefs game, maybe Kellen Mond could have thrown a better football, but the lack of effort, the effort was just so terrible on Zach Davison's part, led to an interception. And Hercules Mataafa, that actually speaks volumes to the depth at defensive line for your Minnesota Vikings. If we're talking about strictly defensive end, DJ Wonnum, Stephen Weatherly after Danielle Hunter, of course, Patrick Jones II, certainly you'll take him over Hercules Mataafa. And the last notable wave, A.J. Rose Jr., I think, you know what, this dude, I don't know what more else he could have done this preseason to earn a roster spot. Certainly, Kene Nwangu has a lot of potential, if nothing else, based on his speed. He's going to end up getting picked up somewhere else, and I think he's going to shine if he gets a legit shot. That's my reactions off of the notable moves yesterday. Next video is tomorrow. We'll see you then.